Violetta Fellows. I am the founder and principal partner of Excellence Through Opportunity 21st Century program based in District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. We are a 21st Century program, which means that we receive funding. It's a federal grant that's operated through OSSE, which is the D.C. Office State Superintendent of Education. So we received that grant my first year back here in D.C., and it's a 3-year grant. We're actually going into our 3rd year. I'm a former teacher. And being a former teacher, you're always, having many, many hats. And as a former teacher, I actually organized after-school programs. So it was, not within my wheelhouse to do this. I moved back to Cleveland in 2016. I moved back here in the end of 2020. I wanted to branch out and do something on my own. And education has always been a passion of mine. And just bringing something new to students that's more hands-on, because I know how our kids learn. They are very kinesthetic, tactile students. I created this program, which really was engaging for our students, that I believe was engaging, but also academic at its core, not doing math and reading in isolation. And one of the things that I did was I partnered. I came back and I just hit the ground running. I knew the kind of programs that I thought would be beneficial and that was industry impactful. I created a relationship and went to UDC. UDC is the University of the District of Columbia. I met with the Dean of Workforce Development and Lifelong Learning. We created a great synergy. And they are one of our partners who facilitate our Career Pathways program. Putting all of this vision together was the UDC for Career Pathways, because I knew our students needed to have a pathway plan. If we're talking about putting students into industries that are in need, they needed to be prepared. So the UDC has a great program, Career Pathways program, that students actually get certification. Our students receive certifications in customer service. It's a 50-hour course. And once they're done with our course, they receive that certification that spans across industries. They are first administered the strong interest inventory to find out what areas of interest they have. And then they develop a career pathway from that. They also have mock interviews throughout the program year. And they also draft their resumes. And their resumes are reviewed. And so we're very excited about this program and have always been. They've been a great partner for we're going into our 3rd year. We also have one of our premier programs that really attract our children to our program is our Bike Tech program. We have a partnership with an organization called DC Bike Academy. And DC Bike Academy facilitates this Bike Tech program, which allows for students to build bikes. They also assemble bikes and they repair them. They also do comprehensive quality assurance to ensure that those bikes that they repair are safe to ride. And those students also receive community service hours through DC Bike Academy as well, because the bikes that they repair, we also donate back to the communities. So they're learning all the tools of operations and systems of bikes. So it corresponds to STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. We have an in-school year program as well as a summer program. The summer program consisted mainly of our Bike Tech program. During the school year, we also have a financial literacy piece. The financial literacy piece is where our students learn about the importance of money and how to engage. We call it how to engage with money and money and money streams. So they learn the importance of investment, savings. They learn the importance of credit scores, how to protect their credit scores, how to protect their identity, and so much more. That program is not only for our students, but we also engage our parents, because we also have a family engagement program as well. And that program is facilitated by an organization called Protect, Save, and Grow. So that is a partner of ours. Our next partner is Verve Consultants. This is a woman-owned business. What she does is she facilitates our program called Becoming Your Own Boss, which is an entrepreneurship program, teaching our students how to start and sustain business. That is one of our premier programs as well. So we have many students who have real aspirations of becoming their own boss. That program, too, is open to our parents as a part of our family engagement piece. This year, I'm happy that we're bringing on our drone program. Students are going to be learning how to build drones, learning how to fly drones. And from that program, they can also receive certification. through the FAA, which is a Federal Aviation Administration. So that program, they'll be learning again about the jobs, the industries that they can definitely, use those credentials for. And so we're very excited. And so what in my vision is to make sure that the programs that we bring align with what we're doing for our students, align with industries that they can actually use them for. And then we also have our academic piece. The academic piece is most important. That is for students who need some remediation or even acceleration in math or literacy, as well as language development. I'm at the school that we are in partnership with, which is Theodore Roosevelt High School in DC. It's over 50% Latino, 49% African American, and 1% other. It's a very diverse and beautiful school. The administration is wonderful. We work very well together. We do things outside of just what our grant requires of us. Being a former teacher, I kind of, have that, that love and desire to make sure that we put back and we don't put more strain on teachers than what's already on them or the administration. So we make sure that we kind of, try to, do what we do, but also, correspond with them as often as we can to make sure that the students that they would like and need services, that they are, streamed to our program and that we can provide them with the supports that they need during the after school hours, because that's when our program operates. One of the things that we know for our students, specifically in DC, is that many of them need to work. Through DC's Department of Employment Services, we are a site for the school year internship program. So students who enroll in the DC DOES SYIP, as well as the Marion Barry Summer Youth Employment Program, those students are paid to, participate in our programs after school. And so that's quite the incentive for them. And so it was cool for us to become a site for that program. And I don't do this by myself. I have a team at the school from my program administrator and my budget specialists who work outside of the school, Brandy and Olga. And then I have my on-site staff is Yolanda Anderson. She's my site coordinator, site supervisor, but she also serves in another capacity. She's a PTA president. So it was wonderful to bring her on board to do what she does. So she has a definite affinity for the students, as well as the parents, as well as the school, because she has two children who attended the school. One just went off to college, and she has her son is still there as a junior. And then I have another partner, which is James Shepard. He is our academic tutor coordinator. He works specifically with the academic end. And then I have my other tutors that I have online as well who work in the areas of math. So, and they're young tutors, which, for me, working with students who are young is just, it adds to the value of our program to see students or young people who are coming back and giving to the community. So for Chris Morrissey, Craig Brown, Lekabo Abdul, and then I also have Destiny Dyke. So these are all my program staff, and I'm glad to have. Partnerships are extremely important. We have partnerships with the University of the District of Columbia Workforce Development and Lifelong Learning Department. They provide our career pathways program. We call it Workforce Readiness and Career Planning. We also have a partnership with Flying Classroom. They are our new partner, and they are going to be providing our drone program, which is teaching students how to fly drones, build drones, and they also receive certification. We also have a partnership with DC Bike Academy. DC Bike Academy facilitates our bike tech program, where students learn how to build bikes, they learn how to repair bikes, and they too keep their bikes that they assemble. Then we also have our partnership with Protect, Save, and Grow, which provides our financial literacy program, not only for our students, but also their parents and or guardians. And lastly, we have our partnership with Verve Consultants. Verve Consultants provides and facilitates our Becoming Your Own Boss program, which is our entrepreneurship program. That too is for our students as well as our parents. And most importantly, our partnership with Theodore Roosevelt High School in DC, in Washington, DC. Excellence Through Opportunity in our 21st Century program, we provide after-school programs for students in the Washington, D.C. area. Our particular school is an area high school here in the District of Columbia. And what we would like to consider ourselves as a program that builds on creating brighter futures by enriching the minds of America's youth and their families. We look to grow as well in what we do and around the District of Columbia with our partners. And so 21st Century gives us that caveat to really reach and do the types of programs that we believe, provide a service to our students and also a resource for our students and giving them those opportunities and access. Because many of our students, we not only give them access, but we bring in speakers to come in. We call these our series speakers who come in monthly to talk to our students about either their businesses that they operate or the fields or industries that they're in. And so these individuals come from our community, and we're excited to have them each and every month. And sometimes our kids give us, some recommendations of who they would like to see. And we take a lot of their feedback. And if I did not say this, through our grant, we're required, but this is something that we would do anyway, even if we weren't required, but we do surveys of our students as well as the parents, as well as the administrators in which we provide the services. So we get their feedback, and we take their feedback very seriously when they give it to us. And so we try to implement some of their thoughts and some of their ideas into what we do. Becoming a SYIP, which is a school year internship program host site, we hire students. We consider them not only, students who participate, but they're also employees. So we're teaching them life skills and industry skills of how to work, coming in prepared, coming in on time. Coming in ready to participate. I do hire at least 2 student administrators as well. So they come in and they learn how to do, we learn how to operate AHQ. And so they also learn how to take attendance. They do inventory to ensure quality assurance. They also give direction to students. We also have them to, this year, I would like for them to do more of our social media as well, things that they're already inclined to do. So it's really giving them some tools that they can use for when they graduate high school. Working with AHQ is that one of the things that I learned from working with the team is that they really listen. We were kind of like, this is the kind of information that we need. They didn't develop the platform. Working with the 21st Century, there's a lot of data that we have to do specifically for high school students, school day attendance, academic, our program attendance, and just many others. And we needed attendance by, when we report, attendance by the day, attendance by the program, attendance by the month, attendance by the quarter, because I have to do quarterly reports as well. End of the year reports as well, or end of the grant cycle. And so what San and his organization, AHQ organization, was able to do is kind of make sure that platform was easy for us to access, and that data was easy for us to access right through AHQ. And we're very grateful to have this too, a partnership with AHQ. And we're excited that they're now, even in Theodore Roosevelt High School. So Theodore Roosevelt High School is using their platform too. So we're very happy about that because it's great synergy. The data that we collect and AHQ allows us to collect is our activities report based on, the participation of our students. So collecting their attendance, as well as looking at that attendance from, monthly to weekly by students, as well as quarterly, as well as the end of the year data that we need to collect attendance. We also use that attendance and correlate it to the attendance of the school day. So we're looking at students who attend after school programming, and does it propel them to want to come to school? So are we seeing any results from what we do in the after school program, and does it have an impact on them coming to school overall? And so we have seen that. We've seen some students who really have grown. Then, the academic piece. So students who are attending our program, is it really addressing their academics? And so we are seeing that because they are coming to school. From that attendance, looking at social emotional, are we seeing better attitudes towards school? And so we're getting that feedback from the administrators, seeing how, just giving a name, Dustin is doing, how he's participating more, how Andrew is doing, how he's participating. And so, and they're building confidence, and I'm going to tell this one story when we talk about data. We had one student, Dustin. Dustin, when he first started, did not talk a lot at all. So one of the things is not to push him, it's to, draw him in and build his confidence. So he learned how to build a bike. He did not know how to ride a bike. So part of our program was teaching them how to ride safely. And Dustin did not know how to ride the bike through the school year, but he also attended our summer program. Dustin learned how to ride a bike the first week in the summer program. So these are just some of the qualitative things that we're able to capture from Dustin being able to ride that bike. And now his grandmother said his task for the rest of the summer was to teach his little sister how to ride a bike. And so these are just the things that we do in our after school program that we're able to, qualify as a success. And so we're just loving it. And we just appreciate that we're able to capture this information, not just qualitatively, but quantitatively as well.